We've got even more Black Widow set photos popping up online. We get a better look at Taskmaster, but we also get a look at something that throws the whole timeline off. Is this movie partially set in the present, or is Black Widow somehow alive after Avengers Endgame? Today's shout out goes to Lawrence. Indeed, Sydney is the name of the girlfriend of Legion on that FX show. We'll do another nerd card question at the end of this video. What's up, everybody? Happy Friday to you. I'm Josh. This is the Den of Nerds. You made it through another work week. Congratulations. So let's get right into this. The Black Widow movie is shooting right now, and they've been shooting this outdoor scene with this tank and potentially Taskmaster. Seems to be a chase sequence of some kind. They've been filming it for a couple of days now. And with these better photographs, like with more light on this guy, I'm even more convinced that it's Taskmaster. I mean, you can clearly see the hood behind him, and the color scheme that he has on the armor is very similar to this color scheme that we get in the comics. I definitely hope they actually put a skull on his helmet, though. I mean, maybe he gets that eventually, or maybe they're gonna CGI that in later, but yeah, he totally looks like a Power Ranger right now. I totally hear you, internet. Now, as I said at the top, there is something within these set photographs that has the collective internet raising its proverbial eyebrow, and it would be this vehicle right here that Natasha is driving in, seemingly driving away from Taskmaster and his tank. This is a modern car. In fact, specifically, this is a BMW 5 Series touring wagon, 2017 model. And I did not know that offhand. We had to look that up. And the immediate implication of this vehicle being a modern day vehicle in a film we thought was going to take place decades ago was that no, we were wrong. This film is in the present. In fact, it's in the very present, which is technically the past within Avengers Endgame, within the Avengers continuity. Wait, if that's that, then maybe Natasha's alive. Black Widow's alive. Captain America resurrected her. Yeah, but actually no. But maybe? At least probably not. Even though Captain America entering a time machine with all the Infinity Stones and Mjolnir technically makes literally anything possible, no, we don't think that Black Widow is coming back after Avengers Endgame. At least not yet. Now, the first possible explanation for this, and the one that the internet seems to love, is the fact that this could be Natasha during the 5-year time jump in Avengers Endgame. After all, she does have the long red hair, and it also could fit in narratively if they do at least part of the film from that time period. However, there are no blonde tips in her hair, which some people say could be digitally added later, but I'm saying, you know, they could just as easily digitally change that car to look like an older model. Now, another possible explanation for this is that it is taking place in 2017, but via a different reality in the multiverse. There's been a lot of stuff teased about how the multiverse and the quantum realm is going to have a lot to do with the future stories in the MCU. There's a lot of speculation that the multiverse and different versions of characters are going to be interwoven in the next couple of phases. Spider-Man Far From Home seems to at least tease this idea, with Mysterio coming from a different Earth. And so it's totally possible that this is a Natasha in a different timeline that perhaps gets recruited by that Captain America and all of the Infinity Stones, or perhaps gets brought over to our reality for a different reason. Like, literally, now that the multiverse is around, you can't just dispel theories like this. It's technically possible. Now, when I try to think about the timeline with Natasha, it's really confusing. Technically, she's been with Captain America for a long time. She was there with him during the events of Winter Soldier, meets back up with him during the events of Civil War, and then she's working secretly with Cap with the Secret Avengers right up until Infinity War. So really, unless this is way before S.H.I.E.L.D., her time at S.H.I.E.L.D. and her time within the first Avengers movie, this long red hair doesn't make a lot of sense. And the only time that is unaccounted for where she wouldn't have been with the Avengers and would have been off doing like a side mission like this would be the 5-year gap in Endgame. Now, I do think this film will jump around to different time periods, show different parts of Natasha's past, and, you know, be narrated from a certain point within the future, and I would love for that to be during the 5-year gap of Avengers Endgame, but my takeaway here is that that is not what's going on in this scene, that this car thing is not that big of a deal. They're gonna just digitally alter it. I think this scene takes place in the past, but that is not to say that we won't get some scenes of Natasha during the 5-year gap from Endgame. And to clarify, the reason I think this would be amazing is because she could literally narrate what it is like to live in that time period, what she is thinking about, how she's processing the past that she's had, all of the adventures she's had with the Avengers, the people she's lost, and what she'll do to get them them back. And it like could weirdly tie into Endgame because that's, you know, when she makes the ultimate sacrifice for all the people she now cares about. It's the finishing of her arc. But we can get more context to what she was thinking and how she was dealing with all of this during that time period. And then ultimately also get way more of her backstory and context for her overall character from, you know, past scenes that are explored in that film. I think that'd be really dope, but either way, that is the news, guys. There's some more set photos from the Black Widow movie, and this confusing car model from 2017 has people thinking that this scene could be taking place in the present. What do you think about this? What do you think the explanation is here? I mean, whatever you're thinking, let me know in the comment section below. Now let's check the nerd card before we get out of here. I want to know during which MCU movies filming was Scarlett Johansson pregnant during? Yeah, she was totally pregnant while shooting one of these movies. Which movie was it? Answer that question in the comment section below. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.